everybody should first understand the meaning and definition of art.
Vikrant Shitole, an internationally known master watercolor artist from India, known for his vibrant cityscapes and a powerful sense of design. Formerly trained in fine arts, Vikrant began his career in animation before returning to his roots as a full time painter. His work celebrates Indian heritage, color, and architecture, while his training and workshops have inspired artists around the world. The beginner artist, I'm just curious, what are they asking you?
The definition of art has completely changed. We
Okay.
started doing art just for our own. Now art has become a profession. Now art has become a source of income. Nobody is asking about art. Everybody is asking about how to become famous.
Famous.
What is the scope in art?
How did you get into watercolor?
In our art college, we have been always taught oil painting.
Yes.
So I have done oil paintings all the 5 years.
Yeah.
I have a lot of energy. I always wanted to sketch or draw or paint, and I was always fascinated by the places.
Yeah.
I'm traveling in train, and from that window,
Yeah.
the pictures are changing.
Yes.
The landscapes are changing. So somewhere I wanted to capture them quickly.
Yeah.
So I think watercolor was the easiest medium to carry.
How do you think about a subject and then how do you start painting about it?
I like to find interesting forms.
Sure.
I mainly look for good shapes,
Okay.
good forms, good designs. Most of the landscape artists they emphasize on light and shadow,
Yeah.
but my purpose is not that light and shadow.
So what's your opinion about social media at the moment?
I would say social media is always good.
Yeah.
Social media is like it's a gift. It's a wonderful gift to learn, to get exposure,
Hmm.
and I don't think I would have been famous like this without social media.
Sure. What's your self-talk, Vikrant? How do you self-motivate yourself?
I never have this self doubt or things. I think I'm very blessed from my childhood that I was always very clear
Sure.
that whatever happens, I have to do this.
Okay.
This is my dharma. This is my karma. And yeah, but I do meditation.
Yeah.
Meditation helps a lot.
Yeah.
Meditation clears a lot of things. I think every artist must
Mhm.
follow any technique of meditation.
I feel people in India, the art quality is much higher than a lot of from India. I might be biased, but I'm just trying to understand what you think. Why are we misrepresented, or maybe it's my assumption. So those are the kind of things I'm going to just want to try to cover. But maybe we can just start about who you are, Vikrant. So if somebody, if you can just talk about who you are, a little bit about your upbringing, and then how you got into art.
So first of all, thank you so much, Sunil, for inviting me for this Wet on Wet podcast. Uh, I was really waiting for this, and finally we are doing this today. And I've gone through some of your earlier podcasts, and those are really very interesting with all the masters. Amazing. It's really nice to uh, also listen or hear other artists' podcasts, even visit their studio
Yeah.
because it's very important. Because at this stage, when you become a master, um, you also seek to learn something, and every artist has something different in each other. So I like that part. What thing makes you as an individual artist, and it's a give and take. It's a give and take. So I never think that if people call me master, then I know everything. No, it's not like that. Art is like a deep ocean. You cannot reach to the bottom. So the journey is important, and and the friends have been always my main inspiration in my art field because all of my friends has different style, different approach, different techniques. So I take little things from everybody, and uh, then I just paint my way. So yeah, thank you. And so yeah, let's start with how I came into this because I am a formally trained fine artist, and fortunately, my parents, you know, they knew that this kid is going to become only artist because from childhood I was very keen about drawing and painting, and it's not usual that in India, it's not usual your parents will support you. And being in a very poor family, I don't know how my parents they supported me, but I was very fortunate. Even my teachers they supported me. So eventually everything uh, become very what do you say very smooth for me to come into this field, because from childhood I used to draw a lot. I used to draw on walls on my home. I used to draw doodles on my skin, on dry skin. So, and there were nobody in my home, like there was nobody as an artist in our family that I I never knew this is art, or this is drawing, or this is painting. So nobody introduced me, or I never seen any art in any calendar or any book. There was very less exposure to the art. So I can say it's natural. It's natural. I stayed few years in my native place. It's a village, and I think nature had inspired me a lot to observe the shape, colors, texture, form, composition, and all. And then eventually it came into my, and I just started doing this. But my, I would like to give main credit to my mom, because she always encouraged me to do this. You do this. If you like this, you do this. Even my teachers and all. And when I got into art college, um, that time I was so happy. I felt, oh my goodness, now I'm in heaven. This is something different, because whole everything was open. Every the art college atmosphere is so exciting. Everywhere you see canvas, paintings, models, that entire environment. So I was overwhelmed by that, and then I started working like a mad. I used to draw, sketch, paint all the time, just out of my passion, just out of my interest. And I never thought I will become an artist, or means I was just fulfilling my own urge, my own hunger. And after completion of my fine art education, uh, so then there was a time where I had to choose one profession to earn money for bread and butter. So most of the time, people used to choose to become a school teacher. It was the easiest job because you get a lot of holidays, and it was a very easy job. But I never wanted to become a teacher, because I had seen my own art teachers who uh, always tell me, ki, Vikrant, you never become a teacher, okay? And because I had seen being a teacher, you felt that you feel that you are a teacher. That means you know everything. And an artist should never stagnant, or should never stop. Okay, I hope my voice is clear.
No, no, your voice
There
is
is
clear. Yeah. Your voice is
okay.
clear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then that option was skipped out from my options. So then I decided, and that time, luckily, animation has come to India.
Yeah.
So it was very fascinating for me, watching all the animated characters. Everybody was doing animation frame by frame. Means traditional animation.
Still animation, yes.
Yeah. So that was the only field where I means where I could get a job, where I could get money also, and I will get opportunity to draw every day.
Yeah.
Many drawings. So again, it was very fortunate for me to work in animation industry, because that time uh, there were all the legends in animation fields. And after learning formal art education, I learned more than my art college in my animation studio,
Yeah.
because in art college you only do one pose, like you only paint one portrait, like one static portrait.
Yeah.
But in animation you have to draw each and every poses
Yeah.
in every direction. with imagination, expression, dialogue, storytelling, layout, everything, everything. So it was overwhelming and mind-blowing experience. And that was my second art school,
Yeah.
which made me a very strong artist like that. Yeah, and eventually I started working on animation films, short films. I worked in ad agencies, production houses. I did a lot of ad films, then a lot of illustrations. So slowly, slowly, I tried to become more independent
Yeah.
because in animation, if you're working, you have to depend on entire team.
Yeah.
But as an artist, it was sat, not a very good satisfaction because I wanted to create something my own.
Yeah.
And here in animation, I have to work on somebody else's concept and story. So then slowly, slowly, I cut down my work pressure, and again came back to my own roots.
Mm.
And from last, I think, 15 years, 10
Yeah.
years, I am full-time artist now
Yeah.
as a painter. Still, I do commercial works
Yeah.
sometimes, but now this is a very good journey right now. I'm enjoying it a lot because now I'm working only for myself, and I'm free to choose
Yeah.
whether I want to work or not, and I'm getting opportunity to travel the world. Meeting a lot of good artists, spending time with them. So yeah, it's like dream. Not
Yeah.
everybody get this kind of chance. Yeah.
No, but Vikrant, there is so many places I can go from here, right? I think one of the things I appreciate artists, especially from India, is the struggle because India, as you know and I know, is like you are always pushed to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or any of these places where you get paid high. I'm one of those people, right? I did mechanical engineer not because I wanted to be a mechanical
Yeah.
engineer because that was what was expected out of me, so that you can get a job. I think most of the world who are listening don't understand the society and the pressure from parents to do anything other than art. Because it's like
Mm,
if you could become an artist, their assumption is you're not going to make a living, you're not going to earn any money. Why are you doing an art where you shouldn't be doing it, right? You can do it as a hobby, but it's not a main career. So I really appreciate your story, is because first of all, it's lucky to have a parent who didn't push you into something else. And then a lot of artists. My mom's younger brother used to be an artist. He used to be in the old school. If you remember, they used to paint the movie posters. Every time there's a new movie, they used to paint the whole cutout of the Rajnikant or Rajkumar or Amitabh Bachchan. He used to be doing that, and he used to make posters. It's very difficult for somebody else to make a living as an artist, and that they've seen it. And again, India, there's so much of division of labor, at least back then, growing up, that if you're an engineer or a doctor, you earn more, you get more respect, and also it directly links to getting a better bride or a better groom. Those were the kind of cases. So I really appreciate you mentioning that. I think that you chose, and then you had a parent, and then animation industry is such a big thing. Then especially in Mumbai when it came in,
yes.
so many artists could finally find a job which paid more than just a regular trying to find out those kind of jobs. And then also animation, especially cell animation, I appreciate because you start with line of action, characters, and then model building and other things. It's fundamental
Yeah.
for most of the other things. Were you doing character building, or what animation were you be sort of doing? Any other
Yeah. So in animation studio, there were a lot of different different
different things?
departments.
Yeah.
My main interest was into environment
Yeah, yeah.
actually,
Okay, background.
the background and all.
Yeah,
So most of the time I used to spend time in background
yeah,
department,
yeah.
but I was an animator, 2D animator.
Today animated.
So I used to animate characters.
Yeah,
My main role was to animate.
yeah. No, I mean it's fantastic, right? I first of all, I really like your work because there's a couple of things I want to mention about is like your work is very vibrant, which I expect from an Indian artist. Indian artist, when you look at their painting, there's a lot more color, there's a lot more, I wouldn't say busyness, but there is a lot more character to Indian artists. But when you look at the American or European art, it's a little more muted. It's very subtle, lots of
True.
grays. It's you can immediately see this is done by an Indian artist and this is done by an Western artist, right? And what I like
Yeah,
about your art is you. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative about Amit Kapoor or Praful Sawant. They have shifted their visual style to meet Western style, right? When you look at their paintings, it looks like from a Western master artist.
agree, agree.
So your work and then few of your friends and other things, you guys are still sticking with your bright colors. Is that something deliberate, or is it something you're aware of and you're trying to be who you are? Or I feel it's like there might be a better opportunity if you shift to European style. But what is this something you think about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. First of all, thank you so much for noticing this thing, and it's a very big compliment for me that not following any other Western artist. Yeah, that's true because mm, uh, see, India is a very celebrating country. We have lots of color, we have lots of
Yeah.
festival. So, if anybody thinks about India, they will always think about bright colors,
Yes.
brightness. So that is our character as an Indian. So why Western people they paint in grays because they don't have sunlight like us.
Yeah.
I think there must be some other reasons also. But if our country is bright, then why not to celebrate this brightness and freshness?
Yeah.
Uh, the people from other countries they come to India to experience this thing.
Yeah.
And I have been also a person who has also connected to the roots. And India is a very is traditionally very rich country. And I have traveled mostly all over the world. But again, coming back to India, I find India is more inspiring. India has a lot more things to explore, like our subjects. There are so many different subjects. Um, you cannot satisfy in one birth.
Yeah.
Like I want to take more births to explore more more of the India. So in India, wherever you go, wherever you sit, you'll find
Yeah.
a new composition. In Western countries, I find little bit what you say repetition
Yeah.
or similarity like that. But India is very inspiring. I must say.
Yeah.
Uh, Other than visual appearance, the the vibes when you come to India, when you see, you will feel very um, motivating and inspiring
Yeah.
vibes. Yeah, and I mainly work on Indian heritage
Yeah.
because as a landscape artist, see, I always wanted to do something for our country because our country has been always, ve- though we have very ancient, what you say,
Culture.
tradition,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was never documented. Like if you look at our Ayurveda, if you look at our architectural art, ancient art, architectural
Yeah.
art, our clothing, our food. It has been always very rich, but it was never documented.
Yeah.
So I think now it's time for artists and everybody to document it in their own way.
Hmm.
So as a landscape artist, what I can take landscape as a subject to document it visually.
Yeah.
So right now I'm working on heritage because um, in this development, like a lot of things are changing
Yeah.
because a lot of technologies are coming, a lot of new uh, cities are developing. So
Mhm.
all old buildings, traditional buildings,
Yeah.
palaces, very beautiful things are they are demolishing and they are building new. And I think that's a very bad threat for artists also because um, now when I go to Rajasthan, Banaras, South India, wherever, so now we have something to paint. We have some beautiful subjects,
Yeah,
some forms, some elements. But after 20 years, I think there will be no
yeah,
interesting things, only blocks, only buildings. So I think it's our duty to preserve, or as an artist, we should inspire new generation to, take this aesthetic ahead, continue this aesthetic. I'm not saying, see, time will change, everything will change, but that unique identity we should not
yeah.
miss, because all the modern buildings are looking like Western buildings
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
No, I completely agree. I think one of the things, especially in Europe, is the older the buildings, they will preserve it. They're very smart about it, is because they know that the older buildings are for you to preserve, and they make sure that they're graded grade A, grade B. So if it's a grade A or a grade B building, you can't touch it. The outside should look exactly like that for next generations to come, because their idea is this is something in the past, this is the culture, we want to make sure that the next generation and the next generation can see it and then enjoy it. Any new buildings and other things has to be done outside that area. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you go to Europe
So
or UK. I'm in around Cambridge. The buildings around us is all
yeah,
hundreds and
they are
hundreds of years.
preserving very well.
Yeah. So that is the sad part. I completely agree on what you are trying to say is India, I think they're not looking at the potential. If you retain the old part,
And I would like to share one more thing here, because right now
yeah,
this painting behind me, this is from Rajasthan,
yeah,
a place called Bundi. So Rajasthan is, few places in Rajasthan, they are very famous for tourism,
yeah,
but this place was never exposed.
yeah,
So when I went here, I found it very interesting, and I
yeah,
thought this place deserves more than other
yeah,
Jaisalmer or Jodhpur, because this is so raw.
yeah,
And I think because this is not touristic place, that's why that rawness is there.
yeah,
So, but still, I also noticed that the people in Bundi, they were thinking like Bundi is not very interesting thing, not interesting place. That's why tourists are not coming. So, um, because then they lose the interest. They didn't knew
yeah,
what treasure they have.
yeah.
So I think they started demolishing old houses and they
Mm,
started doing this. So then I thought, "Ki, I cannot change whole country, but at least I can start from a one small town."
sure.
So I repeatedly keep started doing workshops, camps, and events in this place. And then I dedicated my last solo show in Jahangir Art Gallery last
Yeah,
time. So I did entire show uh, on dedicated on Bundi.
yeah,
So the title of show was Chasing Charm,
yeah,
Bundi chapter.
yeah,
And I also published a book because I also wanted to document
yeah,
this all visual documentation. So this was not just an exhibition, but it was like a project for me. And after this, lot of people from Bundi, they started liking their own
yeah,
place, and a lot of artists, they started going to Bundi to paint. A lot of tourists are now coming now. A lot of new hotels are coming up. It earlier it was very dirty,
yeah, yeah,
you know. And when I did these workshops and events there, so we were invited by the king
yeah,
of the city. We invited a collector of the place. So now they know me. Everybody knows me very well,
yeah,
because so that small change is happening
yeah,
right now.
yeah,
So I think if one artist can do this, so each artist can do
yeah,
small contribution
yeah,
to this.
yeah,
So it's a positive result which I am getting, and I never expected this the change will happen. But I just wanted to dedicate
yeah.
uh, this thing to our Indian heritage. Yeah.
No, but this is a beautiful story, right? This is a grassroots movement where you're
Yeah.
trying to do it. Because I think another great successful story out of Maharashtra, which I'm very alike, it's not to do with art, but it's the Pani Foundation, the Amir Khan, right?
Mm,
So
mm.
that one is fantastic. They're championing how to make sure they're growing grassroots. So many different things.
Yes.
I'm a big, I think I like Amir Khan because more of his Pani Foundation than as a actor. But he's just such
Yes.
a and of course Kiran and Amir. Uh, Vikrant, I just want to try to understand because we are talking about this one. I know there's a lot of artists who are new and they're talking to you. What are the advices you give, or what are the questions are they asking? Are they more interested about trying to making a living? That's number one. Again, you need to be practical about trying to make a living. But also, what are the questions are they asking? Because you travel around, you teach worldwide. The beginner artist, I'm just curious, what are they asking you?
Yeah. Just now, one of the wannabe artists visited me today, and a lot of people, they meet me for guidance.
Yeah,
And what I find that the definition of art has completely changed. We
okay.
started doing art just for our own. Now art has become a profession. Now art has become a source of income. Now art has become a source of glamour, or become become famous.
Yeah,
So the questions are very different now. Nobody is asking about art.
yeah,
Everybody is asking about how to become famous.
famous.
What is the scope in art? How to get more followers?
Yeah,
All those silly questions.
yeah,
So I just, you know, say them, please, I'm not a businessman.
yeah,
So I cannot tell you how to sell your painting and all. Even I don't know. Even I'm still struggling.
yeah,
Though I'm a very famous artist in India, but it's not always, picture is always, nice.
yeah,
On the other side, it's not like that. I'm still struggling to earn money, and it is my choice. I'm not expecting anything from my
yeah,
art. I have a lot of paintings. I can also sell them. Even
yeah,
I can earn more money. But if I started taking more efforts on that, then I will
mhm,
lose this
yeah,
thing. So I think you need somebody else to do your marketing,
yeah,
uh, and your sales and all. So artists cannot do this, and an artist should never think what will sell.
yeah,
Then you are not doing justice to your own art.
yeah,
Then you're spoiling. So art is, I would like to say, art is not a profession. It's not a profession. Art is a choice.
yeah,
Why you choose art? Because you like to do it. Yeah. If you if you like to pray to God,
mhm,
so will you expect something from it? Somebody will give me money if I pray to God? No. If you do that, then you are not praying, right? Then it's lost. And I'm completely, see, I came from a very poor family. I never expected I will become this famous, or now I'm well-to-do artist. Like I have enough. I have more than enough things. I'm enjoying my life. I'm traveling. I have my home. I have my car. I have everything. Okay, so I think this is more than enough to survive, or to live a wonderful life. So this is happening because I never expected.
sure, yeah,
That's why I'm giving priority to my own work,
yeah,
uh, like that. So that is the main thing. I think you just surrender to your art,
mhm,
and it will definitely give you something.
yeah,
It can be satisfaction, it can be money, or it can be anything. Like,
mhm.
you should not expect.
So, but do people listen to your advice, or are they looking for what to paint to get more views?
Some of them
Yeah,
listen, some of them they don't understand only.
yeah,
Yeah. So I also teach. So I have my institute
yeah,
called Chitrasutra Art Academy.
yeah,
So though those who spend long time with me, like in my courses,
yeah,
then they understand the depth of
yeah,
um, art,
yes,
because you need time to absorb
yeah,
uh, the definition of art, the purpose of art,
yeah,
everything. So even in my course, I mainly focus on the um, you know integrity of art,
yes,
purpose of art, techniques and all you can learn,
yeah,
but this surrender has to be there.
yeah,
you know so we have learned, like I said, I have been always fortunate in everything. I also got very good mentors like Vasudev Kamath,
yeah,
Vijay Achrekar. and I was also learned under Alvaro Castagnet.
Yes.
I learned so many things from him. So yeah, more than techniques, I think values and philosophy, um, all those things matters
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, it shows in your painting. I feel it's like, even though you might not agree, but it shows in your painting. But
Right.
also, one other thing I just wanted to say is like, there are a lot of artists in India who are not doing so well in Europe and other places. Is because there is no clear route for artists to come to US and Europe, right? If you're an engineer or a doctor or anything what you call a STEM job, science, technology, engineering, and maths, there is visa and then there is ways for you to come to different country and then you can do it. Just like me, came in as a mechanical engineer, I'm settled here, and now I can enjoy doing watercolor and things, right? I feel it's like there's a lot of great artists in India. If they want to explore in other places, there's no route for in the government other things for you to explore. You need to be in at your level where you're really high and then you get enough credit and then you start traveling. It's not easy for artists from India, I feel, is like to explore. But for me is like, I can be local, but also the hourly rate over here is the same for an engineer and same for an artist. It's very easy for me to switch to art and then make a living, but it's not the same for India to switch from a technical job until you become an artist. I feel it's like that's another advantage, but that is what it is at the moment. Uh, but-
That's good actually.
Sorry?
Nobody's judging you. That's good actually. Nobody's judging you,
Yeah,
whether you're an artist or
yeah.
not.
Nobody judges here. It's a there is a huge advantage, but uh, I just want to talk to you about how did you get into watercolor in the first place? I know you told about animation, but you could have gone into acrylic, oil, or other medium. Well, how did you get into watercolor? Was this
I can get into watercolor by accident
okay?
actually, because in our art college we have been always taught oil painting.
Yes.
So I have done oil paintings all the 5 years
Yeah.
mostly, but I have a lot of energy.
Mhm.
I always wanted to sketch or draw or paint,
Mhm.
and I was always fascinated by the places.
Yeah.
So whenever I used to travel from train to my college, I used to see very beautiful, beautiful. Like I'm traveling in train, and from that window,
Yeah.
the pictures are changing.
Yes.
The landscapes are changing. So somewhere I wanted to capture them quickly.
Yeah.
So I think watercolor was the easiest medium to carry. You know, for plein air and all, because oil
Yeah.
color is very. Um, oil paint is one of the best medium, and I would say um, it's a it gives you a lot of pleasure.
Yeah.
Means if you really want to enjoy charcoal and oil painting,
Yeah.
oil paints are the best medium to enjoy, but watercolor is more spontaneous.
Yeah.
Pencil and watercolor,
Yeah.
these mediums are very spontaneous,
Yeah.
so it's easy to carry wherever you go.
Yeah.
uh, you don't need to wait to dry it,
Yeah.
so it's a very quick. And secondly, then eventually I started liking the fluidity of the medium.
Yes.
It's very exciting and surprising
Yeah.
to see the results. Sometimes you um, don't expect and something new comes out.
Yes.
I think watercolor is the only medium which gives you surprises.
Yes. No, I completely agree. I mean, I am a very impatient person. I don't have patience. So I like watercolors because I can finish a painting or at least do quickly and then move on to something else. But Vikrant, I was just trying to, because you've been in the industry for so long, there is still a perception that oil work is valuable, more valuable than watercolor. Is that still true, or is that people still think watercolor is not as good as oil, or how you see that landscape?
Yeah, that is still there, but the picture has changed a little bit. Like slowly,
Hmm.
it's changing now. I can also see sales of really good watercolors in good prices
Yeah,
in some places,
yeah,
but it's changing, and I think that as time is changing, a lot of people see. I think this is changing because of the galleries or because of the market. I think
yeah,
they want to hike a product
yeah.
where they can get more money.
Sure.
you know. So this contemporary art and modern art, all those things, I really like. I do respect. I really understand it also. But uh, if you look at abstract art, if you compare with realistic art, in realistic art you can compare. There are
Yeah,
some benchmark that this painting is good and this painting is wrong.
yeah,
But in abstract and modern art, there is no benchmark.
yeah,
So because of that, lot of fake modern arts are getting sold. So
yes,
there, because of that, galleries are getting more money,
yes,
and they are the main people who are marketing
yeah,
the art. So this wrong thing is portraying in front of the world.
yeah,
So that's why. Otherwise, I would say watercolor should have uh, the best value because
yeah,
it needs more mastery
yeah,
than oil and
yeah.
any other medium.
Yeah, because it's very interesting what you mentioned, right? When you look at the recently, I was looking at the videos from Chitrasante in Bangalore. There is so many abstract artists now. I mean, when I was there are more and more people. They can hide behind being an abstract artist than being a proper realistic artist or a cityscape or a landscape at the moment. Uh,
True.
Let's just talk a little more about your process, Vikrant. So it's like, what is more important for you? So are you value? Are you talking about composition? How do you think about a subject and then how do you start painting about it? So do you do a value sketch? How's your process?
Yeah. For me, everything around me
Yeah.
is subject for my painting. It can be still life, it can be portrait, it
Hmm.
can be landscape, it can be
Yeah.
anything. But I like to find interesting forms.
Sure.
It means like design is always made of all eight elements, the main elements. So I mainly uh, look for good shapes,
Okay.
good forms, good designs, which can make my entire painting interesting.
Yeah.
Most of the landscape artists they emphasize on light and shadow,
Yeah.
but my purpose is not that light and shadow. My purpose is just to create a good design and uh, design and the texture.
Yeah.
Okay, so design helps to compose and to create an aesthetic value, and texture adds feel.
Yeah.
Like dot, line, space, shape. Space
Yeah.
is connected to the composition.
Yeah.
I leave a lot of white space also in my composition to create tension and texture also. So texture, not heavy texture, but the watercolor texture, which also add feel of that place. You know,
Yeah.
because landscape artists they never think about texture, especially watercolors. I have seen that,
Yeah.
except Nicholas um, from Peru.
Yeah. Yeah. I know
Nicholas.
him. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I
he
know him as in I
has
know his work. I don't know him personally, but yeah.
Nicholas Lopez. He's master.
Yes.
Like he's now superstar now.
Yes, he is. He is everywhere now. Yes.
Yeah. So very minimalistic painting, and with granulation, he creates amazing texture of
Yeah.
that place.
Yeah, but what is interesting about
Because
his work is there is a market for that kind of work because when you look at his work, it looks. But what that's
yeah,
what is interesting, right? There is a market for
yes,
different styles. That is the beauty about watercolor at the moment. Yeah, sorry, you're saying something. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, I was saying the same. That every place has like any landscape you do. Every place has different layers of paints. Like suppose I'm thinking about a village or a town
yeah,
like Bundi.
yeah,
Each house is 300, 400 years old, and it has its own um, transition.
yeah,
You know, every time season is changing,
yeah.
the monsoon, summer, winter, the texture is changing. They are repainting it. Then again, it is changing. So there are a lot of layers of memories.
Yes,
So these memories tells the energy of that place. So, so I mainly focus on design, texture, space,
yeah.
and drawing.
And drawing, I think.
So I have two different types of drawing approaches. One is highly realistic,
Yeah,
where I exactly follow the advanced perspective. So I'm actually very well known for perspective. A lot of people they call me master of perspective.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I also uh, like to distort
Yeah.
the realistic drawing.
Yeah.
So there are two different types of my
Yeah.
approaches. And now I have also started doing sculptures.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, three dimensions. So I have started converting my two dimensional forms into 3D.
Sure.
So recent in my recent show, I had exhibited some of my sculptures where my distorted drawings I converted into 3D, and I'm still exploring it.
Yeah.
So slowly, I want to take it on a larger, bigger level. Let's see
Yeah.
how it comes.
So,
Yeah,
out of your things, is there how would you choose a subject, Vikrant? So there is, because every corner you turn around, there's lots of subjects. What makes you think this is a good subject for me to paint? Is it the shape, or is it?
I think I like to explore one subject.
Okay.
Like it's not like that. Okay, I just want to do landscape. Means I will do one painting today here, then I will do next painting there. Or,
Yeah.
no, if I'm painting one subject, so I would like to uh, mm, explore it completely
Sure.
as a project.
Yeah.
Or see, because if you're doing a portrait, you should understand this is not just a face, this is a character.
Yeah.
So to understand that character, you will observe all of his expression,
Yeah.
all of his uh, moods and all everything. So like place, every place has its own character,
Mhm.
its own likeness, its own history, story, vibes, lot of things. So for me, that place should have enough resources for
Yeah.
an artist. You know, as a study, it's fine. As a study, I can paint one subject here, one subject there. It's
Mhm.
okay. But I would like to work on
Yeah.
one subject for a long time. So I find that kind of places
Yeah.
like Bundi. Now I'm also finding another places.
Yeah.
Um, and I think it's all about connection.
Okay.
Every character, every place, every object has some connection with you.
Hmm.
You cannot explain it because something is going into your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
You cannot logically understand why this subject is inspiring me.
Yeah.
Main is the inspiration. That thing should inspire you.
So is mainly, do you take photos, do studio work, or mainly plein air? So
Mainly, I do plein
plein
airs.
airs, yeah.
Mainly,
Mainly
but sometimes for bigger paintings you cannot do plein
plein
air.
air, yeah.
So then, yeah, I do in studio.
Yeah. So do you generally, for bigger paintings, do you generally do a small painting to see how it looks before you do a big painting, or
Yes,
yeah,
yes. I do plein air on location. I do some sketches. I do a lot of photography.
yeah,
Then I come back to the studio. I collage
yeah,
7 8 photographs together.
yeah,
I make a composition in Photoshop,
yeah,
and then I uh, convert this in a bigger canvas.
yeah.
And also in studio, you also get opportunity to experiment with different techniques.
Sure.
On plein air,
Yeah,
it's difficult
yeah.
because in studio you have everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, but also I'm interested to hear your thoughts on about how does one improve your painting, right? So 10 years ago to 15 years ago, your style was slightly, or at least you think that it was slightly different. How do you keep learning? So I'm just curious, what do you paint more, or what is it you're doing every different day so that you know that you're going to get better?
Yeah, I see. I always um, keep all the printings in front of me after every 6 months or 1 year,
Yeah,
and I analyze them. Ki, is there any influence coming up in my painting,
yeah,
or are these? Is there any improvement, or is there any um, change in my painting
yeah,
or not? And I try to analyze, and I try to find. I don't find mistakes, but
yeah.
see, improvement is like I don't care about the technicalities.
Sure.
That painting should connect you.
Okay.
Then it doesn't mind if your drawing is weak, wrong, or right. No, because there is no right definition, but that mood has to come there.
Sure.
So um, to improve it, uh, I just consistent consistently do that, and I try to. I also think, what should I change?
Yeah.
So I have a small sketchbook and small papers. So I try to do some experiment. Let's try these techniques.
Sure.
Let's try this technique. Let's mix with some gold or metallic color.
Mm.
So in my recent exhibition, I tried a lot of different
Yeah.
um, mediums together, like mixed media, granulating watercolors, metallic colors, charcoal with watercolor. So yeah, like that, I uh, try to experiment, and then I think which technique is suitable for me, or which technique shows my own character.
Sure.
That is also very important. Not only experiment, you should never experiment just for the sake of the experiment. It should come from within, like, because our teacher had always told us to experiment always, but it never happens like that.
Yeah.
If he's telling me to do experiment and I'll start doing experiment, that will never work. You have to wait
Yeah.
for that inspiration, that time. um, it's a very divine thing, I think. Nobody can teach this.
Yeah.
You have to come to be in that zone completely,
Sure.
then it comes.
So you've been teaching for so long, Vikrant. You've been painting. You've been teaching. Any favorite mistakes of yours? You think that, oh, I made a mistake, but that one in the hindsight it became a good lesson. Anything you remember?
Favorite mistake is, I think, I'm um, what to say, I'm giving more than expected, like,
Okay.
uh, because in teaching nowadays everybody wants to know everything.
Yeah.
So then they stop exploring on their own.
Mm.
So as a teacher, I find that no, I should never give them everything at a time. Let them explore, let them do their own mistake, and let them learning from their own mistake,
Sure.
so they can become a very independent artist.
Hmm.
So as a teacher, initially we think, oh, now I'm teacher, so it is my job to give it
Yeah.
100%. But then they become lazy, or then they don't become. Then they become very technical also.
Sure.
How much water you should, how much percent of water, how much percent of pigment, what time we should, like wet on wet. Wet on
Yes.
wet is not just wet on wet. You know, there is a timing also.
Sure.
Wet on wet. How much paint you want to, mix, or
Yeah.
mix with another, blend with other.
Yeah.
It depends on the timing of the dryness of earlier wash. So nobody can teach. You have to explore on your own. So that was my point.
Yeah.
So
No, no.
slowly now I have started giving less to my students.
Less. You keep seeing
Yeah.
so many new people. What are the most common beginners' mistake you see, Vikrant? So, what are the most common things people make mistakes with?
Fundamentals. Nobody knows how fundamentals are important. They think we can learn by just practice. No, it's very wrong, because practice is 100% practice is very useful to become a good artist, but it should be on right track.
Sure.
So you need a mentor, you need a teacher who can keep you on a track, so your
Hmm.
journey becomes easy, and it saves your lot of time of struggle.
Sure.
So learning fundamentals are very important, though it looks very boring,
Yeah.
but it helps in long run.
So, what are those
Yeah.
few fundamentals, Vikrant? So, for people who don't are not from the art background.
Is basically grammar of art. Like,
Sure.
if you want to learn any art, like if you want to become a poet,
Yeah.
so first you need to learn the language. In which
Sure.
language you want to write? It's English. So first you need to learn alphabets. Then you start learning,
Yeah.
um, like, you just trace alphabets.
Yeah.
You know, you copy them.
Yeah.
Then you start writing words, then sentence, and after that you start learning the grammar. If you really want to write poetry,
Yeah.
grammar is very important.
Sure.
So similarly, in visual art we have um, these lot of principles of art, principles of design, elements of arts,
Yeah.
perspective, anatomy, color theory,
Yeah.
construction, composition, a lot of references from old masters,
Yeah.
like how to create aesthetic beauty in your painting. There is a lot more to learn from our ancient art, and aesthetic. So there are a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no, no. I completely agree.
I think drawing is the main part, I would say.
Yeah. So, do you? How does your a normal day look like, Vikrant? If you had an, or let me ask, how does your ideal day look like? So, do you paint every day, or how does your day look like?
I don't paint every day, but every alternate day I paint,
Yeah.
and because of my institute, I get opportunity to draw and paint every day. Otherwise, uh, nowadays actually I have become more busy because every time, uh, because if when everybody knows you, you get a lot of
Yeah.
invitations, opportunities to for different programs. Like
Yeah.
somebody calls me for judging, somebody
Yeah.
calls me for um, exhibition or some workshop, lot of events, and also planning, organizing, organizational things. So then it becomes very hectic. Even I get a lot of messages, I get a lot of replies from my students. I have to give revert feedback.
Yeah.
So a lot of time getting into that, but slowly I'm learning to simplify it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would love to have an assistant who will help me to do all those things,
Sure.
and then I will get more time to paint.
Yeah.
So that's why I go out for outdoors,
Yeah.
plein air, on trips.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when I go outdoor, I don't have to do anything else.
Anything else?
Then whole day I'm just painting, painting, painting. Then I don't want food, drink, anything.
Yeah.
Just
That one. Right.
painting. Yeah,
No, but at the moment, are you just managing everything on your own, Vikrant, or do you have a team or supports?
yeah. So we have a team.
Yeah.
Me and my wife,
Yeah.
Krupa.
Yeah.
She is very strong pillar of my entire everything.
Yeah.
So she's also an artist. She's from JJ School of Art.
Sure.
She's a designer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she manages all the administration
Yeah.
part. She does design. All these designs are done by her.
Right. Okay.
Even my all the book was designed by her. All my posters,
Yeah.
everything. So that's a very big relief
Sure.
for me.
Yeah.
So because of her, everything is becoming very systematic and professional now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great
No,
thing. I'm so fortunate.
no, 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 absolutely. I think it makes a big difference. I was just trying to, while we are talking about the subject, what do you think about the social media in general, Vikrant? These days, there are more people, as you mentioned, is like trying to chase for followers and other things. The landscape has changed,
Hmm.
at least in the last 5 years. So, what's your opinion about social media at the moment?
I would say social media is always good.
Yeah.
Social media is like it's a what do you say? It's a gift. It's a wonderful gift to learn, to get exposure,
Hmm.
and I don't think I would have been famous like this without social media.
Sure.
But problem is in us.
Yeah.
How to use it? Nobody is there to teach you how to use social media. Okay, social media is an ocean of information, but you have to filter
Yeah.
what you want. So, and uh, it's a misconception that people think if we are on social media,
Yeah.
we can easily become a famous
Yeah.
artist or a celebrity. No, it's not like that. You have to work hard. Even if you see most of um, the content creators, those who are famous, they are taking hard work.
Yeah.
It's not easy job. So it's always in every field,
Yeah.
wherever you go. So I would say ki you must work on your main work. What is your main work? If you're an artist,
Hmm.
you must present. You must work hard um, on your painting skills. But definitely, you should also evolve with time, evolve with technology. Also, you should be aware about everything,
Yeah.
like AI, social media, or computers, iPad, everything you should know
Yeah.
that is there.
Yeah.
But don't uh, rely on it, or don't overdo those things, and don't think about followers. Uh, if you're doing good work, if you're doing unique work, then definitely you will be noticed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on AI, Vikrant, at the moment, especially in Mumbai with so many? The animation industry has been in a lot of trouble at the moment.
Yeah, not only animation industry, even photography,
Yeah.
shooting, acting, modeling,
Yes.
everything has been stopped. So yeah, AI has impacted a lot more than we expected. But I think it will also change.
Yeah.
It will also change because everybody wants to earn for bread and butter. So a lot of people are. I think AI is a very good tool. Like earlier, when old masters used to paint portraits,
Yeah.
then eventually camera came. So then everybody was thinking, oh, now nobody will do commission portraits and all. But it never stopped.
Yes.
Then even then computer came. Then we thought, oh, now computer has came. Now we don't. Now artists cannot survive. But still, that artwork is happening. So technology will keep coming and going,
Yeah.
but this thing will never change. The basic understanding of aesthetic, this will not change. Um, only thing is that we must use it very responsibly.
Sure.
Everything, there are always pros and cons of everything. Like um, the weapon, okay, a gun.
Yeah.
Gun is also lethal.
Yes.
So it depends how you are using it.
Yeah.
It's for safety. It's for good.
Yeah.
If you are using it for different reason, then it will definitely harm you.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
Yeah. So, but I just feel it's like there is more and more handmade things in coming years going to be more valuable. I feel it's like, because you can get a really good AI artwork, but people want to learn how to paint, how to do things, which you can't ask AI to say, teach me watercolor. You have to paint to learn watercolor. I feel,
You have to
yeah,
paint. Very true.
yeah. So I
That's
feel,
a good change.
yeah, yeah. So I just feel it's like, artists and other people in coming forward, I just feel there's a lot of jobs going to be lost, but also there's going to be a lot of different jobs, handmade things, where there is going to be mistakes in the painting, right? That one is what the AI can. It's going to create very clean, very professional. This is a random thing, like you going to plein air and then painting something. It's more valuable than just asking the AI to take a photo and then convert it into a watercolor.
Yeah, yeah. I think we should give some time to evolve
Yeah,
AI and to get used to it.
yeah. Uh, just I just want to talk about a little bit of mindset. If you are down or if you are not feeling motivated that day, what's your self-talk, Vikrant? How do you self-motivate yourself? Or if you have self-doubts, do you go through those phases or you don't?
I never have this self-doubt or things. I think I'm very blessed from my childhood that I was always very clear
Sure.
that whatever happens, I have to do this.
Okay.
This is my dharma. This is my karma. And yeah, but I do meditation.
Yep.
Meditation helps a lot.
Yep.
Meditation clears a lot of things. I think every artist must
Mhm.
follow any technique of meditation.
Sure.
So I am a vipassana practitioner.
Sure.
So vipassana is one of the very natural technique of uh, meditation, and um, it has changed my life a
Sure.
lot. Oh. So for artists, I think this is very important because it's not only visual. There are a lot of things which happens in your subconscious mind,
Hmm.
and we cannot read it. And it's okay not to read, but when you give time to your to meditate, a lot of things comes out, and it is also very important to see. This confusion comes when there is something. What do you say? Um, the bad feelings or
The
some
negative.
negativity.
Yeah.
So it is important to take it out. When how you will take it out? You need to filter.
Yeah.
To filter, you need to see everything what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you, like, clearing your hard disk. Sometimes
Yeah. Yeah.
um, you don't have space to save any data and your hard disk is full.
Yeah.
So what do? You will need some time, 2 3 days to check all the data in your hard disk, and then you will select, oh, this is good, this is
Yeah.
good, this I don't want this. So it's like that.
Yeah.
So it's it's very simple,
Yeah.
but yeah, meditation
Meditation
helps a
helps.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, I think Tim Ferriss,
Yeah.
what he was talking about is like the monkey mind. So the monkey in your head is always chatting. So you need to control what it needs to be talking about and other things. What about
Yes.
criticism, Vikrant? Do you face a little bit of online or other criticism on your work, or how do you deal with criticism, if any? Does it bother you, if
I
there is
don't
any?
I don't care about it.
Yeah,
I don't care about it
yeah,
because I trust myself, because
sure,
um, even I don't take criticism from my teachers.
sure,
Okay, like, not negatively, but I take it sportingly.
yeah,
That's my way. And like, if somebody telling me you should not do this, uh, like, I will tell you one story. Like, I you can see
yeah,
bikes in my paintings.
yes,
Okay, most of the paintings you will find bikes. There was a time when people, they used to only paint beautiful things,
yeah,
trees, mountains, beautiful village, those things, and I started adding real life things, like in the landscape, whatever I see. So one of the mentors, he told me, no, you should never paint all those things. These are all new things. You should paint like that. But I never listened to him, because I had that trust that I know what I am doing.
sure,
I know what I'm enjoying. That is important. What do you like?
yeah,
That's very simple. So now these bikes have become my identity.
sure,
Whoever you know sees my work, he always remember, oh, your bikes are amazing, your rickshaws, your vehicles are.
yeah,
So so it's, and sometimes I see, you have to be aware,
yeah,
ki what he is saying, is it right or good.
yeah,
So this awareness clears your mind.
yeah.
And about criticism, um, mm, I don't take it. Like,
Uh,
I do a lot of nude study also. Like, I like to draw live uh, nude studies, like from live models.
sure,
So in India, people, they are not very open minded.
yeah,
So they think this artist is, they are very dirty mind, and they purposely doing all those things, and there are a lot of criticism
yeah,
about it, and it's impossible to explain them
yeah,
the dignity of that subject, the purity,
yeah,
like that. So, but I like to do, so I'm doing.
yeah,
But you have to be little careful
yeah.
about handling those subjects in India.
In India, especially, yeah, yeah. Because that one
Yeah,
is not a problem, especially in because any city you go here in Europe, you'll find life drawing or new drawing, right? That is like it's not
yeah,
a big problem over here. That's accepted that if you are an artist, or especially if you are doing academic art, you will do a lot of nude studies and other things. That is the part of the
true.
art. Yeah, yeah. What about? I'm just trying to understand about how are you seeing yourself in next few years? Do you think about your style, what you want to do in next few years? Do you think few months ahead, or you just take day at a time?
Yeah, in few years, I want to upscale my work. Like, I want to see, the evolvement has to always happen.
Sure.
Okay, so I want to take it on bigger level now.
Hmm.
Large, I have started doing sculptures.
Yeah.
So I will keep exploring new mediums.
Sure.
Maybe I will stop doing sculpture. Maybe I will take anything else.
Yeah.
But I will be keep creating always, and keep traveling,
Yeah.
keep experimenting and enjoying.
Sure.
Now I have understood enjoyment is very important.
Yes. It's a
You
luxury.
know,
Yes. It's a,
it's a luxury.
yes.
So I don't want to prove anybody
yeah,
how big artist I am,
yeah,
how big painting I can do.
yeah,
No, I just want to do justice to my own ability,
sure.
because I know my energy.
Hmm.
So I think I should use it
Yeah,
with full potential.
absolutely.
That's why
Yeah,
I don't want to prove anybody.
yeah,
And at the same time, I would also like to share all my knowledge to everybody, because I feel very happy when I
sure.
uh, give something to, you know society,
Yeah,
because we have learned from others, so it's our duty to give it back to the society.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's a good answer, right? Because like I think somebody who can, I feel is like somebody who can stay humble and then can have a good life with less money, have more freedom and more happiness because they are not tied to showing off people. I have a BMW, I have a Mercedes, I have a big house, right? Staying below means and then just enjoying things what you're doing. I feel it's like they have won the battle instead of trying to keep up with,
True.
especially in Mumbai. Everybody is just comparing with Bollywood celebrities, and then it's just a madness. I
True.
know I'm just aware of. Do you have a few more minutes, Vikrant? Is it all right for a few more minutes?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We can go on.
I just want to talk about a few more the materials you use. So, what sort of paper do you prefer at the moment? Just is there a particular favorite or?
Yeah, there is no particular favorite paper,
Yeah,
but I mainly working on Bauhong paper,
yeah,
because um, from all the papers, I think Bauhong has more strength.
sure.
It's very strong paper,
Hmm.
and secondly, it doesn't blot.
Yeah,
Like if you buy Arch
yeah,
or Fabriano or Lana, they get blot very easily
yeah. They're
in
like
just
hardy
one.
paper a little bit. They blot a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And we have this very nice paper, Chitrapat,
yeah,
in India.
yeah,
So it's a very nicely made. It's a local handmade paper.
yeah.
When you work on this paper, you really enjoy the process.
Sure.
The only problem is it's a local paper. It's not archival,
Yeah,
and colors will fade eventually, and that's the problem. But for practice,
yeah,
I think as a watercolorist, I enjoy
yeah,
that paper a lot because it's very cheap,
yeah,
and you don't have any stress to experiment
yeah.
in working on it. And yeah, but Baohong
So
I
what
prefer.
thickness and what texture, Vikrant?
Baohong 300 GSM.
Yeah.
I like student grade, huh? Not artist grade.
Okay.
There are two grades.
Yeah.
So I prefer student grade paper, which is cheaper than artist grade,
Sure.
and the rough one.
Rough one. Okay.
A rough one is very good. It's very strong.
Yeah.
It's very strong. Like if you roll it, sometimes you have to send your artwork in a roll format
Yeah.
for an exhibition.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get creases
Yeah.
when you roll it. Arch sometimes gets
Yeah.
creases in the paper. And also on Baohong, it takes less pigment. Like
Sure.
if you're painting,
Yeah.
you don't need to use a lot of pigment.
Yeah.
In other cotton paper, they absorb a lot of
Yeah.
pigment. On this paper, it doesn't absorb.
Yeah. I mean, especially Bahong and then I use Saunders. They are easy to push the pigment around because they are cold pressed.
Yes,
It's much more easy to.
yes.
It's a lot more smoother feel to paint. What about pigment?
I would also like to mention,
Which one? What do you like? Sorry?
no, with the surface, I would like to also mention about this watercolor canvas,
Canvas
aqua canvas, which I am using. Yeah, this is also
from the canvas.
painted on canvas, by
Okay.
the way.
Yeah.
So it's a special canvas made for watercolor
Sure.
by Pan Art.
Yeah.
So it's not very good,
Yeah.
but especially for big size paintings.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is almost 3 feet painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you use paper for bigger painting, it uh,
Crumbles.
becomes,
Yeah.
crumples. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
if you are using canvas, you can stretch it
Yeah.
for big size. So it's
It's
very
practical.
helpful. So I have done also 6 feet long painting
Hmm.
on this canvas.
Yeah.
Though it's not very, it's very smooth. I think
Yeah.
this canvas should have more texture, but at least you can do it.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to explore this new canvas,
Yeah.
and um, I think the manufacturer also, they should come up
Yeah.
with new um, improved.
Yeah. It looks like they're
But it's
gonna.
good.
Yeah, it looks like there's an opportunity for the canvas to come up with the same kind of textures like a good paper at the moment, and then see how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah. What about pigments, Vikrant? What sort of pigments do you use?
I use mix.
Mix. Okay.
Every artist uses mix
Mix.
pigments. It will never. So I mainly use white nights.
Yeah.
Um,
So this white knight is
some
Russian,
of
right?
the
White knight is
Russian.
Russian blend.
They are really very good pigment,
Yes.
and they have very huge range of
Yeah.
shades. They have uh, huge range of different types of watercolors like granulating,
Yeah.
um, metallic, and all.
Yeah.
They are one of the oldest company, right?
Yeah. They are very difficult to
And
get in Europe because of the Ukraine war and the sanction. White knights are not easy available in Europe.
uh, Mission is also good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mission Gold is also good, and I don't remember. There are so many brands.
So many brands.
Yeah, Daniel Smith is
Yeah.
also decent,
Yeah.
but as per the price, I think it's not worth.
Okay.
They are super expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Daniel Smith
So this
again.
price,
It's a very popular here, but I think White Knight and other brands they need to think about the price point, especially selling in India and
yeah,
other things. Yeah, because they are quite expensive for UK, so they're yeah. But also, I feel it's like
yeah,
people in artists in India, their palette has more colors than over here. When you look at Alvaro or any other people, they have maybe a dozen colors at maximum, right? But in India, when I look at other artists, they have like gold to silver to metallics to every possible color. They got a bigger, wider
yeah.
range of colors.
Yes, 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 sure.
What about brush, Vikrant? Is there a particular favorite brush you use?
No, I use all mixed brushes.
Yeah,
I I actually like to work with very cheap brushes, local brushes.
sure.
So I have huge collection of cheap brushes,
Yeah,
and I don't find any huge difference between branded
yeah,
brushes
yeah,
and this. Um, in India, actually, animal hair brushes are banned.
yes,
So now a lot of synthetic imitation brushes are coming up, and they are slowly improving very nicely.
yeah,
Okay, and the local brushes in India, which are not legal, sometimes we get it from uh, other people,
yeah,
like Mungo's hair brushes. Those
yes,
are also very good,
yeah.
and
So do you generally stick with, do you like flat brushes or round brushes, or is there a preference? Like mops?
no, I have collection of both,
Yeah, okay.
flat and round.
Yeah,
Um, so a lot of people they prefer Chinese calligraphy brushes,
yes.
but it's not my favorite one.
Okay, yeah. You're not used to
But
that one. Yeah,
most of the watercolorists they use it,
yeah,
they love it. I also have in my collection, but uh, those brushes never interest me to
yeah,
pick it and paint it. I have all the brushes,
yeah,
but I mainly use synthetic brushes, sometimes fan brush. This fan brush is very good. um, this
yeah,
Hauger flat brush
yeah.
for creating very bold,
Yeah, I see it.
yeah, you can see,
And
yeah,
especially for textures and
patches
other
and
things.
all,
Yeah,
textures and all.
yeah. So, but do you have a palette for plein air and for studio, or you just have one palette for both studio and plein
No, I
air?
have just one small simple palette.
Yeah,
It's a plastic palette which I use. This is very simple
yeah,
to manage
yeah.
palette.
So, do you just generally put a cover on the top and then, or you just dry it and then you take it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. I also have some metallic palettes.
yeah,
I sometimes use them just to show off,
yeah.
but otherwise, this is a good palette.
This is a good palette. And also, over a period of time, people are creatures of habit, right? So we are used to a certain brush, we are used to a certain palette, and then subconsciously you don't have to think about the palette, you just have to focus on the painting, and then you can go from there.
See, I think what I have noticed in Western countries, people are more result oriented artists,
Yeah,
and they are very disciplined
yeah,
and more technical also. So that's why they prefer to use specific
Yes.
material,
Yeah.
specific brands, and I'm exactly opposite of it.
Yeah.
You give me anything, I can create
Yeah.
magic on it.
Yeah. But
I will do something on it.
yeah, you are
Yeah.
very correct about that one, because I think one of the, because I teach watercolor classes and other things, and one of the most commonly
Yeah.
asked questions is they want to know exactly what to buy so that they can recreate what they're doing, right? They want to know as much details as possible about every single point, and they make notes and then they go by that, and then that's how they start the journey. Uh, but, any good advice you have heard, Vikrant? And then also, I would like to know what is the bad advice you keep hearing from people?
Mm, I think only thing is the everybody should first understand the meaning and definition of art,
Yeah,
which is changing, and I'm really worried that in coming years the purpose of art will completely change.
sure.
So art is actually devotion, you know. It's not a profession. So the values, you know, are very important. Ethics, principles,
Yeah,
uh, to be an honest person.
yeah,
All those things also adds up
yeah,
to become a good artist.
yeah,
So I think we should more, work on
yeah,
those things also first.
yeah,
Like we have this culture in India, like to touch the feet of
yeah,
guru, to have respect. So it's not only you should express like that. I'm not saying, but there has to be that respect or that feeling.
mm,
I'm not saying you should follow that, but it can be different in different way also. But that feeling is very important.
yes,
That honesty, that devotion.
yeah,
So I think then if you have that kind of mindset, then everything comes later, and then everything becomes easy also to reach to your goal.
yeah.
Yeah, that is my one thing. Everybody should become a good human being and follow some
Yeah.
ethics and principles. Yeah,
So, because I just like talking to you, Vikrant, about you are not only an artist, you are a little philosophical about certain things, how as a general human being. And what about any bad advice you keep hearing about people keep giving bad advices? What's
learn from me. Everybody has become a teacher now
yeah,
on Instagram. You just scroll,
yeah,
you find hundreds of teachers
yes,
who still never reached to that level to become a
sure,
teacher. So um, yeah,
yeah,
I think it is also very important to choose a right mentor.
yeah,
So don't get uh, confused
yeah,
by just good promotion,
yeah,
good marketing,
yeah,
and choose a right mentor depending on his own uh, original work.
yeah,
Okay. Now it is also very difficult to find face is different and work is somebody else's.
yes,
That is also happening. Then you should also see his contribution
yeah,
in the field, his
yeah,
awards, or yeah, actually contribution.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Vikrant, this was such a pleasure talking to you. How can people
Yeah.
reach you, Vikrant? What's the best way for people to reach you?
Instagram is the best, I
Instagram is
think.
the best place.
Yeah. I'm always active
Yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah. I will again. I just want to thank you, Grant, for making time. And then I had such a pleasure, and then hopefully I want to meet you in person sometime.
Definitely we will.